Here now to give us some more context, our political analyst, the state political columnist for the New York Post, Fred Dicker, joining us from Albany, as he usually does. And Fred, I put this to Steve Greenberg. I'll put it to you. Why do you think there's been such a turnaround? I mean, at this point in the race, a turnaround this time around?
Well, I'm not surprised by the numbers, Liz. Remember 2 years ago when Amador only lost by 18 votes, that was a presidential election year. It brings a big turnout, and there was much more enthusiasm for President Obama on the part of Democrats than there is today for the president and for the governor. And I mentioned the governor. If you look at today's poll, or the data in the poll that was released today, Governor Cuomo is not doing well at all. He's underwater. His favorability is only 32%, and his negative is 63%, 2 to 1 negative on Governor Cuomo. And add to that this. The question in the poll was, is New York, and this is to voters in the 46th Senate District, is New York on the right track or is it on the wrong track? Just 29% said right track, 62% said wrong track. And Cecilia Kachik's got to own some of that. She's been in office for 2 years. She's claiming she's done this or done that. But the voters in the district are saying, no, things are not going well.
Also in that poll, it was interesting to see that there are actually 3 first-term state senators, Democrats, who find themselves in trouble in recent Siena polls.
Yep, there was one in the Rochester area who's incumbent Democratic senator. He's losing by 25 percentage points. And one in the Putnam and Dutchess County area, he's also trailing. It's tough down there. One of the, is the word memes or memes? You see it used a lot, M-E-M-E. One of the major themes of the Democrats, of course, is the purported war on women. Well, that candidate for the Republicans down in Dutchess County is a woman, so it's hard to use that against her. And here with George Amador, while Cecilia Kachik tries to paint Amador as somehow anti-women, this new poll today from Siena showed Amador leading Kachik with women voters, narrowly, but leading. So it's not working. It's certainly not working up in that race in Rochester either.
It's interesting because I was going to mention that I saw her reaction, her response to the poll, and that was certainly one of her points, that this was a man who was anti-women. But also the independents seemed to be on his side.
Yeah, well, keep in mind that the SAFE Act is a very big issue in this district. Anybody who travels around will see signs against it. Many voters, Republican voters, are disgusted with the Republican Party. I think there's probably more kind of libertarian types enrolled as independents that have left the Republican Party, so they may be part of it.
All right, Fred, thank you very much. We'll see what happens as we get closer to the election day. And if your prediction is right, that this is a trend that will continue. Thank you. And Fred, of course, on the radio, live from the state capitol every weekday morning from 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.